Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. We got an Ugin Liliana control deck today. If you hate blue control decks and you want to see something different, this is the deck for you. I did find this one on Untapped that had a pretty good win rate, so I'm like, oh, we'll give this one a whirl. You know how much I love Ugin, you know how much I love playing black, so I thought we'd give this one a little bit of a shakedown here. It has 4 hexes, which is fantastic in the current meta, 4 elves to help ramp up, but no Badger Mole Cubs. That's an important one. I know a lot of you guys hate seeing Badger Mole Cubs in decks here. Nowhere to run. We have 2. Shoot the Sheriff. We have 2. Strategic Betrayal. We have 2. Really nice for getting rid of graveyards. Mutable Explorer. We actually have 4 of in this deck. Really nice to help. This is actually going to be one of your pieces to ramp into Ugin and into Liliana. You'll get that additional Mutable token, which is huge. Maelstrom Pulse. This thing does work. A lot of times they'll have multiples of the same threat out there, so this works out really well for that. Firdoch Core. This is really nice. Comes down, Shapeshifter. Works well with the Unholy Annex. I think everybody knows that combo at this point in time, but it also helps you ramp up into your deadly cover-ups, Lilianas, and Ugins. We do have a one of the end here, just a really nice removal spell. Ouroboros, things like that, just get them all out of their deck. Badger Mole Cub, get them all out of their deck. Just really nice that way. Deadly Cover-Up, just a great sweeper. Again, has that secondary ability of collecting evidence so that you can just take stuff out of their deck that is a pain for you. Liliana, the nice thing about her, you don't have a whole lot of creatures in this deck, you'll notice. Immutable Explorer, Elves, but by the time you get up to casting Liliana, you don't really care if either of those hang around. Which means that each player sacrifices 2 creatures of their choice. The -4 is going to be a huge ability for you. In a lot of times, you can do a deadly cover-up followed by that, and you actually have the board just staying clear by doing that. It's kind of like another sweeper in a way for you. The really neat thing is you can actually create a 2/2 and then deadly cover-up, and that allows you to actually draw an extra card as well. So that's kind of a neat little play here. Just a really great planeswalker in general. We have 1 of Ugin in here. Not a lot, but you don't really need it in here because you don't get up to 7 mana very fast, or I should say, you'll have other things going on with the Liliana before you get up to Ugin. But when you can get that Ugin out there, has great abilities. Obviously, draws cards, gain life, and that big exile effect really comes in handy. You're going to see that actually. One of those, the Tree Folk deck with the enchantments came down, and I was able to get rid of it with the Ugin, so it was pretty sweet to see. Unholy Annex, your draw spell of the deck, just a very nice one. Swamps, Forests, Blooming Marshes, Overgrown Tomb, Restless Cottage has that secondary ability where you can get stuff out of the graveyard. You'll see I played against a deck that was a Delirium deck, actually focused on that, and I was able to remove stuff out of their yard for that, which was awesome. Wastewood, Verge, and Soulstone Sanctuary. All in all, this is actually a pretty fun deck. You're going to see just how this deck kind of works in a control-y type play that it does. And first, hit that subscribe button below. Daily deck videos, a lot of decks I make, some I find online, just interesting new decks that I wanted to share with everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the gameplay. All right, let's take a look at this hand. We got 3 land, removal, elf, core, explorer. This is actually pretty good to ramp. We'll get our elf down right away. Let's see what they got going on here. For the draw purposes, I think I'm going to drop the Annex. We can double spell next turn if we really want to, utilizing the Hex. Um, Core out. Suppose we could have put our tap land in play, actually. When they attack in, I think we might end up doing this. Either that or we just save up for this. Ugin's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn. If we go for the deadly cover-up, that slows down Ugin by a turn. I'm going to do this just to draw out any removal. They'll be able to do +1 to 2 creatures, so that kind of counteracts that. We're going to split up the tokens. I just want to see if they counter this. Oh, they give it hexproof. Okay. Let's see what else they do. Okay, we can sweep this turn, I think. While the coast was clear. Oh, another deadly cover up. Drunith. That's pretty good. Maybe we just go after Drunith with this. Okay. Ooh, a Boroid. We're going to take quite a bit. We're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn, but if they drop the Boroid. 8, possibly more than that. Okay, we got to get rid of this. We didn't draw our land, unfortunately. We're going to deadly cover up. I think we'll just go after the Drunith. Curiosity in hand. That's interesting. Tap land, unfortunately. We can double core. Nice thing is we shuffled away Azora Boroid. Okay, he's going to flash in the Curiosity. And 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get a core out. Get a core out. Then we got the Ugin. Get the Cottage tapped. And we're in really good shape now. They'll flash in the Curiosity. That's a pretty good one. We're going to Ugin to exile the Curiosity. See what they play. Get rid of the Curiosity. That was plus. And then we'll just betray. Sentinel. All right. Draw a card. Man, Llanowar Explorers. Well, create a food token. Do that. Let's do this. Back in. And they have to block this, otherwise they die. GG's. All right, we go first. We have a little bit of removal as well as the Annex. Let's keep it. Lands are pretty good too. Blue-white. We can get rid of that elf right away. The end is kind of a neat one. Okay, elf. Let's get this down. Card draw. Nowhere to run is another nice one. So if they do Ouroboros, we can do the end. Okay, they don't. Well, we could still just get rid of it. Just do this. I think we just do this to get rid of it. Put a land in tapped, because we can't cast anything else. Take some damage. Oh, the Hex is nice. Let's just go after that right away. Kind of limit their plays they have. We can just drop the Ritual Chamber. And they have 4. They took damage, so they're going to be casting. Okay. Well, there's the target for the end. Sheltered by Ghost, Thousand Moon, Nature's Rhythm. All right. So we kind of want them to Nature's Rhythm, but they're probably just going to cast Anim. Oh, didn't know they had that. Second Shelter. Okay. Well, that's kind of nasty. One, two. Sure, let's do that. Kind of want to just unlock this. Start getting in some damage. We know they don't have removal in their hand with the Shelter getting tossed. At least they didn't. Okay, that's fine. You can actually double Anthem. Alright, they're tapped out. I'd rather block this. Right, this is going to be a 10-point life swing here. Both really good draws. Kind of need to kill us this turn, otherwise they're dead. It's a great attempt. GG's. All right, we go first in this one, which is kind of nice. We're going to need it to get up to some of our removal. Got our tab land that can go down right away. Pulse is our first removal. We can do the end, and then we have Deadly Cover-Up, obviously. Blooming Marsh. Veloth. Yeah. I think I just need to... Well, we can take one more hit from the Veloth. Drop the elf, possibly. We can do Deadly Cover-Up next turn. If they do another Veloth, we can just Pulse. Ha! So that actually worked out okay. We'll take 6 damage, unfortunately. We'll attack in. We get a land, we can get Liliana down, which is nice. Ooh, Boroid. Well, that's going to get hit with the end. They have one in their hand. There we go. Got Innkeeper's Talent. This is going to be kind of an annoying one. I guess we can force them to sacrifice. Well, that worked out okay. Yeah, I think we'll do this, and each player has to sacrifice. It's like I just have the answers for everything here.
Your corpse will make an excellent minion. You've reached an undead end. I do quite enjoy.
Get that into play. Tapped. I don't see creatures. They could be playing one, but I'd rather have the untapped land. We do have the Deadly Cover-Up. Oh, look at that. Well, I think we're going to do that. Might as well. Seven. Which one do I want to go after? They go after artifacts, enchantments. This is annoying. It creates 2 creatures. Let's go that route. Create a creature. Drop land. Turn. They can get their Innkeeper's Talent down. And they can, or they can do Archdruid and then play a creature. Okay, Baloth. That's fine. Let's see what he tries doing with this. We'll just destroy that.
You get used to
We could attack in 2, 3. But I'd rather do this. Just get the core down. I think the core is important. We'll still get in with this. This gives us an additional creature. And now we have her ability kind of turned on. Yeah, Innkeepers doesn't do it. For my turn. Got another Liliana. Plus again. And we'll turn this one on. And we'll turn this one on. We'll attack in. They're down pretty low. GG's. All right, let's look at this. Opponent goes first. We do have some early removal, as well as the core and Anthem. Or Annex. We're going to want to get these down early. Otherwise they come into play tapped. Put that down. Play this next turn. Can do a core. See if they get a creature. Don't have counter yet, at least not a 2 casting cost counter. Yeah, this is just straight up graveyard deck. See if they throw anything in their yard. I think we're gonna have to save the betrayal for something good. I got that in the yard. We can wait a turn. We do have the cover up. Let's get the card draw going here. Still debating whether to even do this. Yeah. End the turn. This is pretty good. Has flash though, so can utilize it during their turn. Okay, they're zombifying now. We'll just sweep next turn. Take 3 damage. Deadly cover up. Alright. Now we're going to want to get rid of that stuff in their yard. If they can get it back, we might actually be in trouble. They might be in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we have 7. We need to get untapped land here to go after. There we go. Can Exile that. Gain 3 life.
Equilibrium must be restored.
Okay. We will search for a land.
This disharmony is disappointing.
Okay, another sweeper is pretty good.
Bears fruit.
We can go after their zombifies as well if we want to. Oh, Massacre Worm's in there. I think we just go after this. I think I'm just going to strategic betrayal right now. This will empty their yard. We'll get the Annex out. We do have this up as well. And turn. So 4 point damage, 4 points of life gain. Okay, they surveil 1. They don't have any man lands. Alright, GG. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We'll try it. We really need to draw land for this to work. We do have Strategic Betrayal, but that might be too slow. We have Storm Chaser's Talent. Maelstrom Pulse might be a big thing for this deck if we can go after their Storm Chaser's Talents. Let's hope they get another one down before we need to. Oh, that hurts. We didn't draw land, so that's unfortunate. I think to be mana efficient, let's just do this. It might slow them down slightly because of the Boomerang basics. It does reduce the damage that we get next turn. We could have always Maelstrom Pulsed the Otters as well, but... Okay, there's the other Storm Chaser's Talent. We will go after that with the Pulses. We're really hoping that they don't have a counter spell. Okay. Fingers crossed. Nice. Okay, we do want to get up to the deadly cover up. That's pretty strong. We can pulse the Otters away. I think that's what we have to do. We need to draw land. So we can deadly cover up next turn. Untap land, that is. Well, now Maelstrom would have been handy for that. Splash Portal. Okay. Draw a card. This gets bigger. We're going to take 4 damage now. 5 damage. Pretty good. Untap land. Otherwise we lose. That ain't gonna do it, is it? Suppose we can do the end on that. Yep, Boomerang Basics, okay. Got Riddler they can drop. Nothing has haste. Okay. Probably gonna attack in for 2 and then Boomerang Basics. And cast the Quantum Riddler. Which isn't the worst because we can sweep if we draw an untapped land. Oh, they're gonna equip. Okay, Boomerang Basics. Okay. Suppose that's not too bad. We're really looking for land here. That's quite a bit of damage. Untapped land and untapped land allows us to get the deadly cover up into the Liliana, which then we can get rid of everything. Well, got the start of it. We know they have the Quantum Riddler and into the Flood Maw. I think the thing we go after are the Storm Chaser's talents. Okay, they could drop the Riddler, and we can make them. We can do Core and Betrayal. Okay. We're gonna equip that. Yep. So we will do 4. Strategic Betrayal. Get our elf out. We do need to find a way to start. We need like an Unholy Annex to start gaining life. Okay, that gets them a creature. They can keep bouncing that. Or they can't with this, actually. Turn target creature in opponent controls. Okay. We just make them sack it. Kind of wanted them to bounce. Oh, that's not that big a deal. Actually it is. We now are short for the mana for Liliana. Because we have to cast Liliana this turn. Otherwise we lose. Actually, no, we don't. We could do Core Annex and block. I think that's really our only play. If they can get rid of our token, they win. No attack. It's not an untapped land. Well, it can be, but we have to pay 2 life. They had the 3rd Flood Maw. What a bummer. GG's. Just couldn't get to the Liliana. They bounced everything that we needed. They didn't even know we had it. That's the real kicker to it. Alright, attack in. Alright, I gave you a chance to attack. I'm tapped out. GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. Not a particularly awesome one. We just need to draw a land, and I think we'll be doing a lot better. Let's keep it. I think we'll actually start with the swamp. So we have the Hex. It will drop the Cottage on turn 2. Ooh, they went down a card. That's good for us. We can get up to 5 mana. We're going to be sitting pretty, I think. Well, hopefully they have like an elf, maybe? Let's see what they got. Ooh. That's good enough to go after. Get that out. We can follow it up with the Marsh and the Explorer. And then we need one more land after that. We got the Deadly Cover-Up. Deadly Cover-Up actually is going to be handy if they're playing a Delirium deck. Gotta get rid of these Patchwork Beasts. You're missing out. That just might be a blocker. Get 3 more in the yard. Need an untapped land is what we need. They're short on land, it kind of looks like. Lightning Strike. Okay, that's fine. We did get an untapped land. I think we'll hold off a turn. They might get a double. I think we might as well just attack in here. Get rid of that. Works out really good against this deck. I mean, we're able to shut their deck off pretty easy by attacking in if they give us the shot. Alright, that's pretty good. I think we just Deadly Cover-Up here. Casting this puts us short 2. I guess we just go for the regular Cover-Up. And then hope we draw a land. Otherwise, we're going to cast the core next turn. That's pretty good. We can get rid of the wildfire. That's pretty good too. I think we're actually going for another sweep here. This time we can do the cover up. Let's go for the wildfire. Baloth, that's a rough one for us. We're taking at least 3 damage here. Scout. Ooh, fear of missing out. Oh, they pitched it. Restless Cottage. We can do this and gain life. And take 6 damage next turn. Let's try it. This is risky, I will admit. Shoot the sheriff. If they don't have a creature, though, us dropping Liliana next turn is huge. Let's hope they don't have enough to get 8 damage in here. Okay. Please no lightning bolt. GG's. Alright, we go first on this one. I'll keep this. We do have the pulse for removal as well. Get up to the cover up. Wish we had a little bit of ramp or something in here. Get the tap land down first. Chocobo. Alright. Shoot the sheriff. We might have to utilize that. Oh, he's going for counters on it right away. I think we might actually shoot the sheriff this thing. Just to slow down how much damage we're taking. That and get after their hexproof card, because I have a feeling they got the hexproof card. If they want to cast it, they can cast it. No, they don't have it. That's good to know. But we can ramp here. We'll be able to have deadly cover up whenever we need to. Now we just will need to get up to 6 mana so we get the sack effect here. Keep up. Tifa can go ham. Let's go after it. Trying to fill a yard as well for the deadly cover-up. Untap land for the Dreadhorde would be fantastic. Okay, don't really care about going after him. Oh, Hex is actually not bad to go after him. It also fills up our yard for deadly cover-up. Since we don't want him to give him a chance to put counters on stuff, so let's do that. And next turn. And we do want to get rid of this expanse if we can with the Cottage. Alright. We might let's just attack in with the Cottage and start getting rid of some of this stuff. I guess he can get that off the top. My turn. We'll give him a turn. We're going to go after the Fabled. We're up to 5 mana. He might have that +1/+1, and he's thinking about blocking. He'll think not to, and then let it go through. I want him to commit a little bit more to the board before I hit Deadly Cover-Up. Especially one of the main threats. I mean, we could always go after the Tifa, but I would rather go after the Hydra. Otherwise, if I just draw a land, we're definitely playing the Dreadhorde General and just having him sack 2 creatures. They must not like what's going on. All right. Did they get disconnected, or are they just being salty is the question. There they are. I ended up with the other Tifa. Talent. Okay. Hopefully we get an untapped land. We can do Liliana in this situation. They could be playing another land off of their deck as well. Okay. We didn't, but I think we can still do... Oh, hold on here. 3/3. We didn't need the land. I miscounted because I didn't see the core. Let's just get that down. We're going to have each player sacrifice 2 creatures.
Yours will get worse than undeath.
Force them to commit to the board. Be nice to get rid of that other Terramorphic Expanse. And that's why I wanted to get rid of it. Unfortunately. Well, he didn't play the other Terramorphic, which surprises me. That's why he did it. Which is good. We're going to Deadly Cover-Up and then probably go after his Ice Kills. Should we just go after the lock? Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're actually going to do... We want to draw a card here. So we're going to do this, followed by that.
More enjoyable than slaying demons.
It's 6. Should we do Ice Till or Tifa? Traveling Chocobo even? I think they can ramp out with that. Let's do Traveling Chocobo. Okay, they do have a Boroid. A Sapling Nursery is really good for them. Rid of those. Ugin. Ugin can get rid of Sapling Nursery, fortunately, next turn. And we can just sack this to get some more life as well. So they're going to cast the Sapling Nursery. Boroid, okay. Sapling Nursery. Okay, they sack that. I might just have to do the Deadly Cover-Up. Because now they're going to have 3 creatures. Maybe that's what I do. We can draw another card as well. We're tapped out. They can't give these indestructible. Sacrifice this. Trail's pretty good. Let's do...
My packs give me strength.
You know what? I'm actually going to do this. Followed by this so that we can go after all his Boroids. Just has a Bristly Bill. How many more of these? He only has one more of those. And he's got how many Hydras? 4 Hydras. Okay. He doesn't really have ways to get the land right now.
Time to wake up and smell the
Okay.
decay.
Ugin's going to go after the nursery here. Okay. We'll create a 2/2, so we got a blocker. Come on. The only thing he can do is sacrifice this.
Plucking turnips.
Preparation. I grant you a boon. I see no threat. That's
Ooh.
open your mind to possibility.
Well, that'll be good. We can go after Bristly Bill with that. While it's on the stack, we'll do that. They might have a land they want to drop. All right, GG's. All right, we go first. 3 land. We got some removal. Hopefully we can get up to Deadly Cover Up in a decent amount of time. Followed by Liliana and Ugin. Let's keep her. Booming Marsh. We got nowhere to run. Where to the council? Okay. Get tap land down. Probably should have played the Blooming Marsh followed by the Overgrown Tomb because this does have haste, but it doesn't matter. Or this does have flash, doesn't matter because we got the artifact deck here. Get that down. Ugin's going to be strong in this, but everything else is going to suck. These deadly cover-ups are useless for the most part. Ooh, Maelstrom Pulse is really good. Because this can go after. If they get multiples in play, we can just remove them. All with that. So the pulses might be really strong in this. Ugin's going to be strong. Still need to get up to Ugin, though. And turn. Deadly Cover-Up. If we pulse one, and then we can follow up with a Deadly Cover-Up with collecting evidence, we can actually get rid of them out of their deck, and it kind of shuts their deck off. Ooh, that's rough. See if they find one. They do. They can also sack for another one. So this is really awkward because if they sack this, they can just find another one, which is what we want. But if they sack this, they can cast and then sack this and have the hasters. It's just not enough to kill. All right. My turn. Looming Marsh. Maelstrom Pulse. I think we risk it for the biscuit here. It's going to be close life-wise, I think. Nowhere to Run might actually allow us to slip in there. But I don't think we'll be able to do both, unfortunately. I guess if they sack this, they couldn't get more in. So I'm going to say they're going to sack their relic to get another synthesizer. And at this point, we can do this. Then we'll Maelstrom Pulse the synthesizer. They do have 3 cards in hand, which means they can get another creature next turn. So we're probably going to end up going... Ooh. Going Pulse into Deadly? Fortunately, we can do that. The last thing we want them to do is be able to get another synthesizer, but I think they're going to, which Ugin might have to take care of. Oh, I don't like this. One, two. I shouldn't have cast that. I probably should have deadly covered up. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they can do quite a bit of damage to us. We're just hoping that they can't do... Oh, shoot. One more artifact and... They have it. Alright. Well, that's not a big deal. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not happy. Shoot. This ain't gonna work because they're gonna be able to find the synthesizer by sacrificing this. Only we could have gone after the synthesizer there. Yeah, instead of dropping the core, we probably should have sacrificed the creatures with a deadly cover-up, which we could have probably followed that up with... I guess we wouldn't have enough mana anyways. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Could have Ugin there, but we would have died anyways. Let's see what they do. Kind of go after the core. If they just... I mean, if they have a 3 casting cost... They topped both. Yep, GG's. All right. I really like this control style deck when you have like a couple planeswalkers, Liliana, Ugin. The games that we did lose, I think there was possible ways for us to actually win those games. Well, actually, maybe 2 out of 3. There could have been different lines that we could have took to won those. But I know that one was really frustrating when I just didn't get enough land to hit Liliana in time. That would have just turned that one game around, and wouldn't have had that loss, I think, or at least the games would have carried on quite a bit longer. But all in all, this deck actually was pretty strong. Really do like it. Give it a whirl. I think I don't think it's an A tier deck by any means, but I think it's probably in a solid B tier area for it. And if you don't like playing blue control, give Golgari control a little bit of a flavor or a little bit of a run through. Please hit that subscribe button below. I've got daily deck videos for everybody. If you like to see different, new, interesting decks, a lot of decks I make myself. Otherwise, this one, this one, I actually pulled off Untapped. Found it interesting. Thought I'd give it a whirl. Subscribe to the channel. Also, like the video. That really does help out the channel. And have a fantastic day.